Welcome back to more Vampyr. Where we last left off, we attended our sister's funeral, and we encountered a big guy who was doing a mission for his master. We don't know much, but now we're heading to now we're at the docks, trying to find the priest that we saved in the beginning of the game, because he turned into a scowl. Yeah. Can't do anything. I think I'm pretty happy with what I got. Okay, so we should go to the bartender then. Hold on.
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
Inebriation aside, do you need medical help?
Yes. I feel sicker than usual these days.
Take this, then. And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake, too.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure. I wanted things to change. To really change, and to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist, and I believe that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reed.
Do you really think the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
Do you believe in a bloodless revolution, then?
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
I'm looking for Mr.
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me, then?
About the sad saint. I'll try asking.
Goodbye, Mr.
Doesn't seem like a bad guy unlike when we first met him. Interesting. Oh.
Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home? You're sleeping rough.
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
This city has abandoned so many of its children. It's tragic.
Well, I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care. Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in? I can't remember the last time I had a good sleep. I've been nothing but worried.
I'm gonna keep saying this, but keep in mind, my goal is to not kill anyone. So every character we meet, good or bad, I'm gonna let them live.
So you have questions about the flu, then?
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
The orphan that regards you as a mother. Please tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you can just die in the gutter, and no one will bat an eye.
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
How do you pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no. My Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
Interesting.
I can't remember the last time I had a good...
Oh, I could probably help
Evening,
them.
Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
Do you need help?
A real doctor caring about me. That's a first.
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
Seymour.
Another disgusting fool digger, you think? I don't think so. The wounds are clean. It's methodical. A freaking vampire. You can't see the
Seems like the guard of Trewen is on the Hampton's trail, too.
Take a breath for this! All of you.
Oh, I stumbled upon a boss. Didn't even know it.
Crush the leech, board! I'll send you back in a fucking... Die, vermin! Killing all you Burn it, boy! All of you he's killing. Crush the leech, boy! Crush the leech, boy! Die, vermin! That's all you. Burn it, boy!
Okay.
Want some of this? Crush the leech, boys! I'll send you. Die, vermin!
Sheesh.
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
Should probably go talk to the bartender then. If I talk to him, I might get some hints, so I should probably talk to him then.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Okay.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
The important thing is...
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
All right.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Trust the bartender. They will tell you everything. Or
Without the wet boots keeping
the important things you need. Anything important you need to know.
I must look a fool.
foolish girl when her pretty principal. She's got no idea who she's dealing with.
Okay, I should probably upgrade. Oh, I can upgrade this. What does I do with this? 5-second control, 3-second control, plus Ted blood gain. All right. Okay, can I make any more medicine? Nope. And now, hold on.
Without the wet boots keeping things straight, these parts would...
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Doc.
Can I see what you have?
As long as you have money.
Switch items.
The sewer dog's fault, they say. Then the gangs, the epidemics, everyone's throwing the blame.
There we go.
Look lively! It's on to watch out for them teeth! Filthy!
I cannot enter.
Okay. I saw something over here I want to check out real quick. Because I don't know if it'll lead me to the asylum. Banks, yes.
Oh my god!
Oh, he fell to his death, okay.
Over there!
Oh, trash can. There we go. Some scouts recently spotted the presence of Itibad Thormar near the east end. You'll probably see him patrolling split. I mean that he's a specialist. The man is a fraud, not even a real con man. He does not charge anyone for the work, but he clearly has no clue what he's talking about. Even if ever approaches you for some joint hunt or collaboration, refuse and let him go in a leech fight. The man is nothing more than bait. I figured he was.
Best be moving on.
Okay, so I can go down there. First...
city. It's hard enough to cover the docks by myself.
It's locked.
So much noise. A vampire killed is enough for silence.
Okay.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
I'm looking for
The sad saint?
Really?
It's nothing per...
Maybe at least...
Tell you what, go...
You've never faced, let alone killed a vampire Ichabod. You're a fraud.
No, I'm not. I may embellish the truth concerning my achievements, but I'm totally dedicated to my quest.
You have courage, Mr. Throgmorton. Perhaps that is all one requires to face the demons.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. You'll see. One day I'll find and kill one of these monstrosities with my own 2 hands.
Damn it.
Goodbye.
You know I'm gonna end up finding him dead somewhere.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
I bet militia, that would have to be the,
Well, I'll leave.
yeah. It has to be the guards, Peter. It has to be the guards. Only they can be stupid enough to actually do something like that. Given that they're, oh, it's a holy crusade.
I can't protect the whole city. It's hard enough to cover the docks by myself.
What have we here? Stop your horse, Governor, or are you just out of your mind?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Do you need my...
I'm fine,
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages, I suppose. Why do you want to see him?
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left abruptly.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a...
Goodbye, Miss...
Come now, Lottie. There is still much work to do.
I can only have a bad feeling about this. I recently heard Hampton Shelter for months and money support any kind without positive answer from you. I may be. My boys always get what they accept no answer for any. Accept no for an answer. Keep refusing to answer me, and wet boot boys come. You and your sisters. So it's these wet boot boys. Dumb name.
Why the long face, Doctor?
How dare you welcome me as if everything is the same? We both know things have changed a lot, don't we?
I'm still me in here, just more alive, as a Skal. It's a new beginning, Doctor.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's creatures. I have nothing but love for all he has made.
But you were close to her.
Of course. But she was lost, separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed condition.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
I will not look kindly on you if you're trying to trick me.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I'll surrender myself to your judgment.
He's got a cross, so...
But it's not been that simple. Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Lottie, tell me about the Wet Boot Boys. I know they've threatened you.
Edwina Cox wanted me to provide her with information about Mr. Hampton's resources. I refused.
Is that not dangerous?
Fuck them and their lies. They claim they protect the interests of the neighborhood, but they are just greedy parasites like all the rest.
I respect your courage, Miss Paxton, and I hope life will never wear you down.
Dr. Reed, you know how to make a girl blush. I am glad you came to the docks, whatever your real reasons are.
Lottie, tell me about the death of your mother.
Giselle killed her, plain and simple. She killed her with her daily whims, her laziness, and her complaints.
That's quite a statement. You can't kill someone because you're fickle.
Mother was very ill, but I forgave Giselle. What I couldn't stand was how she cried at her funeral like she was the one left alone.
Perhaps your sister is not as tough as you are.
I know that, and I don't blame her. It just makes me sad that my own sister is the person I understand the least.
Giselle is the only family you have left. Don't you think it's time you forgave her?
Sometimes words are harder to forgive than acts, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about...
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
You really think I should go back to us?
No. I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can.
Which local danger?
Well, the gangs.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help.
Is it not dangerous?
As long as I have good legs, I can...
Are you homeless?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe...
What can you tell me about the Sad Saint?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton. The Sad...
Goodbye, Miss
I know I promised you I'd make everything right, Mum.
They've got bigger problems elsewhere.
Okay, here we go.
A leech! A leech! Keep your eyes on it! Stop it! Away with you!
This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further.
Nope.
Giselle's stolen money. Prewen has some unethical ways of financing their war.
So it was pre-win. So I was right. she's on the other side of the building.
You again? What do you want?
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money too?
Yes. Here it is. They thought they could finance their activities with it.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. Well, thank you, sir.
Will you give the money back to your comrades, then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me. I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed recently.
Giselle, tell me about...
After our father died, Mother worked so hard she made herself sick. We spent all the money we had on useless drugs and doctors. It was hell.
Hell? What do you mean?
The three of us were exhausted and desperate. And when I'm desperate, I tend to get angry. And I'm hard to live with. Lottie said I killed Mother.
Okay, so it's either Lottie didn't mean it, or you should talk to your sister. Eeny, meeny, money, mo, print a tucker by the toe. If you holler, let him go. Who picked the very best one, and you are it.
You should talk to your sister. Whatever happened when your mother died, the truth lies somewhere between your two versions.
I don't want to talk about that. It was years ago. We Paxton sisters are tough. We don't apologise.
Okay, so...
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his death.
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighbourhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union. But a murder? That's a first.
Who killed him?
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Why does that upset you so much?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another failure for Giselle Paxton.
Giselle, I know you sleep at Shaunhampton's shelter. What can you tell me about him?
He provided a roof for me and my sister.
Why is that?
He's always sad. Like he's about to cry. He's always asked...
Well, I'll leave...
Yeah, people are still working at this time, while you're lot slurping soup before bed.
Is in utter silence.
Alright. What we got here? Living with fantasy. I wake up, looking at my eyelids down when I wake up. 20 vision, you and me with precision. So there's something here.
It's locked. That doesn't work. So that's it. These wheels control the water level.
Okay, so
That gate should shut properly. I can't believe I'm doing this. I cannot enter.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again! The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally! A touch of lucidity. Learn to respect the laws of Ascalon! Thy neck shall snap like a hare's brittle bones, newborn! Since you vanished, I'll slaughter these skulls while singing your name!
Oh!
You dare chat foolish, Ekon! And thine shall be a fairy power you cannot comprehend!
Oh, he took a lot out of me.
Slow as a snail! You found your death in me! Dictates of Ascalon? I shall tear thee apart and spill my blood to the pissing wells!
Nope, nope, nope.
Your blood is now mine. I shall crush you. Down, stay down. Return to your apothecary of needles.
Your blood.
Down, stay down. I shall crush you.
was a pretty fun boss, I'm not gonna lie. Also, he's probably not dead. It's gonna probably take a lot more to kill him.
At least one Skull escaped Fergal's wrath. The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far. How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
Here.
No. Safe we are, still. Drink now.
Bless you, Bridget.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst. This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, Vampire. But thank you.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon, but I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves, if they had their way.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Skull.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
So is it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
The guard of Prewan is hunting him. He is suspected of murder.
The Scars have always been hunted by humans and vampires alike. I teach them how to survive against the odds.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
So wait.
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master. We're at your mercy. Will you end us? Old Bridget says you are one to trust. Keep your distance, Echo!
Still gonna rob you first.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. My body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like...
Have you tried to eat or drink?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't...
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live now. Leave me be.
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds are...
Your room, the blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
We are not dead, Harriet. Death no longer pertains to us. We are different.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
You sought vengeance by your own hand, and someone else obliged you. Very convenient. Don't lie to me.
I don't lie. I saw him near the docks, and rightly I wished him dead. And I am happy he is. It's true. but I didn't kill him.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness. Quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hate. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest.
Oh, I missed something.
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us, spend time with us, and I may be willing to answer more questions.
For how long have you been in hiding here?
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are skulls, groveling beneath the feet of our...
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most skulls I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most skulls.
You were once someone else. What happened?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon.
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
I feel like I'm gonna be
Why do you live
forced to
here?
answer that
Amongst the
for villain.
vermin.
Live. Here we hide.
Why don't you leave the city?
We are the sewer skulls. This is our domain.
What are you...
From the guilt.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she is a skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again.
Ascalon has stalked us for ages upon ages. Your place is not here.
Okay, I'm gonna head out.
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question. Don't you know this is a quarantine?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Oh, really? We'll go investigate somewhere else.
I beg your pardon.
I said go.
Sir, you haven't...
For fuck's sake. Do I have to punch you in the face to make you disappear?
It's my duty to insist. Death lurks everywhere.
I'm safe here. Don't you get it? I'm better off risking the flu than catching a bullet. Am I clear enough?
I see.
Do you think I'm stupid? The Night Asylum, the Turquoise Turtle, even Miss Gillingham's attic. I tried them all. No, this is my only chance.
Interesting.
It's locked, all right.
This guy does realize that if he goes over here, he's a dead man.
The vampire hunters will never find us here. We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
I cannot enter. It's locked, all right.
Yeah.
Oh. Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
You make no distinction between the living and the skulls, do you?
We are God's children, Dr. Reed. One and all. And he's determined to save us.
Harriet, Miss Jones, has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Skulls, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
I will strive to emulate your merciful nature, Sean, but it's a difficult pledge to make.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
No.
I believe you, Sean. In fact, I envy the peace you found, and will remember it.
There is love and compassion in your heart. You only need to give it wings.
Thank you for your kind words, Sean. Continue your noble efforts. You are a good man in bad times.
Keep to the light, my friend. Like all my flock, you have a home here. Anytime you're in the neighborhood.
Another corpse thrown in the streets. I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father. "29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
You again?
Did you see what just happened?
No, I didn't.
Really?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men who blacklisted.
Oh my gosh. Well, you're useless.
Well,
Glad to see you.
Did you see what happened?
No, I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an...
You saw nothing at all? A woman scream?
Of course! It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran.
Goodbye, Miss...
Alright, you better be useful.
Good evening.
Dr. Reed!
Did you see...
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulture.
Who could have done...
Who? Well, a vampire, of course.
Why is it...
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground.
Goodbye.
So he was up there. Is there any way for me to get up there? Probably not. They don't look like it. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and here. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Actually, me. Ooh, 200. Okay. What is immortality? Having your name inscribed in history. Raising children will honor your memory, earning your place among the saints of heaven. Sean Hampton, founder of the Hampton Asylum in East End, has his opinion on the matter. Eternity comes from those who bear divine presence in themselves. Mr. Hampton, also known as Sad Saint for his unequaled empathy towards others and his constant pity for their plight, has created with his asylum a haven for lost souls. He keeps the poor fed and gives them a roof to sleep under. Still, the asylum has now been closed for days, and his last accessible rotation turns toward light worship. If heresy can be defined as fetish gone adrift, Sean Hampton and his flock may have been turned into heretics. For the first time since I've known the Sad Saint, people speak ill of him, and the mysterious chants heard through the closed doors of the shelter worry more than they encourage. As possible consequence of their suspicion, the sanitary situation of those dogs has drastically decreased. Deprived of a place to rest, the poor get sick from sleeping rough, prefer to catch their death under the stars than join an unknown cult. Stars than join an unknown cult. That alone says enough of the tarnished reputation of the Sad Saint, a reputation that will be restored only when the doors of his asylum open once again. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and here, Obedient.